Hey, what's up, Crypto Army? I'm Travis, your crypto newbie, bringing you my experiences. You have to learn things the hard way. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor, and none of my content should be viewed as financial advice. Today, we're going to talk about Reflex token. Got a quick update. There's a few things actually that have happened, so we're going to go through those things. So we're going to take a look at the Pinksale information, then we're going to take a look at some other relevant information that you should be aware of. So the first thing we're going to look at is the Tokenomics. So they updated this. So if we look at phase 1, which is what we're in right now, 15% transaction tax has not changed. Marketing wallet is 3%, stake and rewards is 1%. That's the change. Liquidity is 2%, and then you get automatic buyback and burn of 1%. You still get that 8% for Binance pegged USD rewards, which is awesome. This is again the big change, is they've identified exactly how much of each transaction is going to go to staking rewards, and 1% is pretty good. Now keep in mind, for staking rewards, you're getting the native token back, so you're actually getting more Reflex, which means that you will eventually get more Binance pegged USD, and then you'll get more Reflex, and you can kind of see you end up with this infinite money glitch, as somebody referred to it in Telegram. I like it. I think that's a pretty good way to characterize this. Your money continues to build more money, which continues to build more money. It's kind of nice. Now, if we look at phase 2, again, this is updated as well. Liquidity 2%, rewards 1% for staking, 1% for marketing wallet, 1% buyback and burn, and then you end up with that 10%. And again, we switch over to phase 2 once utility starts to launch. Now for the Pinksale pre-sale. So if we look at this, you can see there's a cancel and there's an upcoming. So make sure that you've got the correct one prior to launch day, so you're not looking for the right one. If you just go back to the launchpad list here and then type in Reflex, you'll be able to search for both of them and see the current one. So you want to look at this one here. And this link is going to be in the description of the video to make it easy for you. Now, if we look at this, we can see it's pretty much the exact same information. They've already got 159 addresses in the whitelist. So again, if you want to check this, all you have to do is connect your wallet, and then it'll show this buy button here, just like it is now. If you connect it and you get your address is not in the whitelist, well, that answers that question. This is one way to check and see if you're in the whitelist. The other way is that they will be notifying people by email or one of the contact methods you use to register for the whitelist. But this is a great way to check it. Just make sure that you disconnect after you check. You always want to make sure you disconnect from these things after you've been connected. Now, the other big change here, if you wrote down the time and the date from the last time I did these videos, just keep in mind, this is the new date and time right here. It's always been on the 5th. I don't believe it was at 1500 UTC, so that's a change. Now, the other change is how they're going to do the actual whitelist. And as you can see here, and I'm going to leave this on the screen, this is from Telegram, so if you want to go look for it, that would be where you would want to go to read about this. They've basically broken down the pre-sale into 3 different stages. The first stage, first 144, second stage, the rest of the whitelist, and then the third stage, that last 10 minutes, is going to be everybody else in the public that wants to get in there, assuming they didn't hit their hard cap. And it is possible that they won't achieve their hard cap. Whitelists are selected randomly. Not every person that registers for a whitelist has 5 BNB to spend. Now, do I think it's going to make it all the way to the public? I'm not sure, but I'm going to hope that it can. I'd like to buy some as well. Again, 1 BNB gets you 400 billion Reflex during the presale. That's a phenomenal rate. Now, if we look at BSC scan, you can see here, they haven't put all the private sale people in here yet, but the contract is here if you want to check it out. Now, the other big update is that they did do the KYC process through InterFi, and that certificate is here. Again, I'll put the link for this in the description if you want to go take a look at it. But 6 members from the team did get KYC verified. Now, I don't usually put a lot of stock in this. This is what really matters to me, is this part. Because a KYC, if there's a problem with the project, you can't reach out to the place that did the KYC and say, hey, give me their information. They rug pulled, or they did this, or they did that. You can't do that. If you've got their names and their faces, you can track them down, especially if they did something illegal. And most of the governments can track them down if they did something illegal. So this is the part that I really focus on, is that aspect. But KYC is nice. It checks the box for a lot of other people that really focus on the KYC process. And it is an extra confidence building step that the projects can do. So I do appreciate the effort to do the KYC. And they also indicated that they're going to do the KYC with Pinksale as well. So that will be 2 KYC processes, plus the team is mostly docs. Again, I don't have a lot of fears about this project being a scam or a rug pull or a honeypot or any of that kind of stuff. That doesn't mean it's going to be a top 10 in crypto overnight. but I do think that this project has unique utility and has the potential to be very successful. As always, do your own research. Now for the big update. At least I consider it a big update. Reflex hit 5,000 Telegram users today. Along with that, they're at 3,000 Twitter followers and 1,500 Reddit members and 800 Discord members. I really don't look at those as though you can add them up, because there's usually quite a bit of overlap between the two. Where you normally see differences is in the Discord server over time. The people that are on Discord server are not usually the same people that are on Telegram or on Reddit. There's always going to be some level of overlap, but I bet that there's a whole bunch of people in Discord that aren't in some of these other areas. Now, why does this matter? We are approximately 10 days from launch, and we've got 5,000 Telegram members. I'm not going to look at the others in comparison. I'm just going to focus on the Telegram because that's just a little easier to see over time. But let's say we compare that to others that are out there and some recently launched projects, for example. So Y5 as an example currently has 4,572 members inside of their Telegram as of today. Now that's probably gone up a little bit depending on when you're watching this video, but they've already launched. So right now, Reflex, 10 days from launch, has more than what Y5 has. That's why I'm drawing attention to 5,000 followers inside of Telegram, because that is a lot. That is a really large following of organic growth. Now, I looked at a project the other day that had 200,000 followers in their Telegram and it hadn't launched yet. And there was like 30 messages. That's when people are paying for Telegram members. This is organic growth. If you go look at their Telegram, you can see there are hundreds upon thousands of different posts inside of that Telegram, and they're mostly people. Yes, there's a lot of bots that are responding to different questions, but if you actually go through and look, on any given day, there's around 600 or so people inside of their Telegram, which is about right for 5,000 followers. You're never going to have 100% of the followers inside of the Telegram at the same time. It rarely ever happens. You might see it on an AMA day, or you might see it on the actual launch day, but it's usually event driven when you see that many people inside of Telegram. Now, if we look at another really popular program that I cover in this channel and I'm invested in and I like, that did really, really well, Evergrow Coin, for example, they didn't hit 5,000 inside of their Telegram until 4 days after launch. So right now, Reflex Finance has more followers than even Evergrow Coin did at that time. Again, they're 10 days from launch and they've currently got 5,000 inside of their Telegram. What are they going to be on launch day? That's always hard to predict. I still think they could get to about 7,000, maybe 8,000 people inside of Telegram between now and then. But it really depends on their marketing and their advertising, whether they can get even more inside of Telegram between now and then. Now, big picture, why does any of this matter? Well, this drives that initial launch, gets us on CoinMarketCap, gets us on CoinGecko, and gets the ball rolling for the growth of this token. And I use Evergrow as an example because that's one of the fastest growing communities I've ever seen. They had 100,000 followers in a couple of months. Now, if Reflex can follow that same path, it's got a really bright future ahead of it. There's no guarantees that pre-launch followers are going to turn into post-launch holders, or that it's going to turn into 100,000 holders over time, but it's exciting. The potential is there, and that's why I'm drawing attention to it. Well, that's it for today. Hopefully you found the content helpful. Let me know in the comments. What do you prefer? Telegram, Discord, Twitter? What's your preference for interacting with the project? Until next time, stay strong with those dominants.